Hello everyone, and welcome back to World of Warships Legends Mobile. Today I am looking at a premium that was given away for free, and this is something that actually surprised me in this game a little bit. This is the Rattlehead. It's obviously a Megadeth sponsored or themed Marblehead, which was an Omaha class light cruiser of the US Navy. So yeah, this is a tier 4 premium, and she was just given away for free. And I'm not complaining here, but I hadn't really played light cruisers in the game, so I was kind of curious to figure out, what. And I hadn't been playing anything at tier 4. I was kind of curious to figure out how well this would work for me. Now, in World of Warships Blitz, I really enjoy light cruisers. Here. Might be different because of the armor angling mechanics, which is sort of highlighting one of the issues that I'm having with this game, on mobile at least, because you are not getting any information about things. So, for example, here it tells me it tells me how much range I have, but I don't even know what the caliber of these guns is in the game. This is essential information if you want to know things about armor penetration, over penetration, overmatch mechanics, and similar things. This is all missing here, and you can look this potentially up somewhat in the World of Warships wiki, but I think the console version of this game actually has an armor viewer, which gives you an idea about the layout, which you're really not having here. So I think that's a distinct lack of information that's going to make things quite difficult if you want to play it. She does get 2 sonar charges, which is good, and she gets 3 catapult fighters. Again, I have no real idea how effective these are, or if they do anything else except shoot enemy shipping down, but effectively they're fighters that you can launch to help you with your AA, which I have no idea how good or bad the AA is on this ship either. But this thing comes with a permanent premium camo. Again, this has all been free. I've just been given the ship. And it reduces surface detection and reduces incoming fire dispersion, which is all good stuff. Now, I've just put a commander on there that I had laying around. I didn't use any commander XP to upgrade him. I was just kind of curious to see what pretty much out of the box the ship can do. I'm not sure if there were any upgrades that I could purchase. Oh, there we go. So yes, I haven't even installed any because at the time I didn't have the money laying around. But there are 3 possible upgrades that we can install. Either get a better dispersion and things, or get AA gun firing range. This would be great if I knew what the AA firepower on this thing were. But again, probably need to go to the official World of Warships wiki for PC and check out and hope that the values are similar. Or I can get something on main battery traverse speed, which I'm not really sure is going to be an issue. So I think secondary battery dispersion isn't really something I would necessarily need on this ship either. So either using the AA module modification here with in combination with the fighters. Maybe this thing works pretty well as an AA ship, but yeah, I'm really not having enough information to make a call here. So if you have a good idea of what the good upgrade for this ship would be, then do let me know. Otherwise, it only says you get more credits from each battle. How many more, I don't know. It allows me to earn more free XP, which is good. And I've got the unique the unique camo on it. And if you're not aware of Megadeth, they are one of the old and one of the biggest thrash metal bands out there, and definitely one of those bands that has brought metal quite far along. So I'm personally not a massive fan. I'm more listening to folk metal and something like death metal or melodic death metal, but definitely have to check out some more Megadeth maybe from the early days and see what that sounds like, and get some thrown in as well. Anyway, let's get into a battle where I find out the hard way how to light cruiser or how to not light cruiser. And we are starting out top tier actually. There's, I think, one destroyer and a couple of enemy Rattleheads out there. No carriers, so mostly cruisers on the enemy team. So we'll see how this goes. I do have the armor piercing loaded because I find that a lot of players tend, at least at this tier, tend not to understand the armor angling mechanics very well. And the 152mm armor piercing is absolutely devastating against enemy light cruisers, which there tend to be quite a few at this tier around. So where am I going to go? I will probably head towards B Cup and try to make myself useful. One thing I have learned so far is that you absolutely cannot tank anything or bounce any shells. You can be very much citadeled and deleted from the front by enemy battleship shells easily in this thing, which is understandable. So do have to be somewhat careful. Now we have torpedoes, which are reloading quite quickly, and which can be used. She actually has a lot of guns pointing forward, which means that just being bow in, she should have a decent amount of firepower. The problem again being if you're faced with anything larger, then I presume that she may be able to bounce 150s, but if you're getting shot at by battleships, then you'll be in big trouble. Okay, I have another cruiser coming with me here. I definitely want to make sure that we have the destroyer actually heading towards B Cup as well. So there's not actually that much of a rush for me to get in here, which means I can slow down a little bit and let the destroyer do some scouting, and I don't have to actually rush the Cup. If he can spot the enemy destroyer, that would be good. And we've got an island there in the middle of the capture circle we can use to shield us from incoming fire. So right now I'm feeling reasonably okay. We've got some battleship support from the rear, and I've had bad experiences trying to rush forward in this ship, and you get deleted extremely quickly in it. So I think we might have spotted the enemy destroyer. Not as an enemy Rattlehead. Okay, so against that guy, and he is firing high explosive, I am using the armor piercing, and again I don't know if I can actually, but I think I seem to be able to do penetrations, and he has done. Well, he's just been blapped in the side by the battleship. There's a Königsberg, same thing. Light cruiser, no armor, and he sits on fully broadsiding. So armor piercing out, and immediately scoring Citadel hits a shot off his engines, I believe. So get the guns around, and yeah, ow! And that's what enemy battleship shells are doing to you as well, even if I'm sitting bow in. So yeah. Not really helping, but against light cruisers, the armor-piercing shells is kind of where you want to go. Incoming torpedoes, that would be the Königsberg probably, and yes, a friendly cruiser here might be taking these, but Königsberg has run into an island, so he is now very dead, which leaves the V170 over there, and there was a battleship. Yeah, friendly cruiser has died probably to Königsberg torpedoes. And there was an enemy battleship, but I think I'm now undetected, and the friendly destroyer is not making his way into the capture circle successfully, probably having to deal with that V170. Now I've switched to the high explosive because I believe that's the good choice here, and I'm going to push forward. As I'm in a light cruiser, deleting the destroyers is what I should be there for. There's a Wyoming, but I'm shielded by an island, and there's an enemy Yahagi that I need to worry about. Okay, there's something smoking up, so sonar. And there come some torpedoes. I'm not sure if that's a friendly smoke or it should be an enemy smoke, but we seem to have lost our destroyer. So I have no idea where that V170 went. If he's still sitting, if that's even his smoke screen and he's still sitting on it. But either way, I'm going to drop some torpedoes in there, just in case something is sitting in that smoke screen. And then I am going to try and stay behind the island to avoid being deleted by a Wyoming. Now, I'm a lot faster than the Wyoming, so there should not be a huge trouble. And while the sonar is running, I should have enough time to see any incoming torpedoes. So I have no idea where that V170 went. And if he was still in the smoke screen, he would be in trouble. But now the Wyoming is coming out, and I am sitting sort of broadside onto him, but he's coming under fire from the other side. So hopefully he hasn't been paying attention. Anyway, I need to get out of here. So a couple of shots out, and then full steam ahead, which takes a while. But I can... once my torpedoes are reloaded, which is in a second, there we go, drop some torpedoes on the Wyoming, and then get the heck out of here, because I do not want to be around when that thing is coming. Alright, Yahagi, light cruiser, back to armor piercing. Wyoming fortunately seems to be ignoring me, and there's an enemy Rattlehead as well. But yeah, that Yahagi is... someone's dropping torpedoes around the corner here, which is why I'm slowing already down. Everyone's got torpedoes around here. Oh, I should have probably sped up where I was slowing down. Oh, yep, that scraped the paintwork. Okay, Yahagi fully broadsiding, 8 kilometers. Armor piercing is the weapon of choice, but that thing's a lot faster than I thought it was, so the first salvo is missing. And now I've got a better target to shoot at, so let's delete that enemy Rattlehead. I am sort of angling, and I'm not sure, again, if this is enough or not, but he's going fully broadside because of aforementioned lack of information, and that's instantly a double citadel and a deletion of that ship. Which leaves that Yahagi out there, and we're still not holding the capture circle. So Rattlehead might have had torpedoes away. I don't have a sonar ready, but it doesn't look like. So I'm going to turn around. Fortunately, the enemy team has already been mostly defeated. So even though the fact that they have been holding B cap for most of the game, it hasn't helped them because there's not an awful lot left of them. But I'm going to stick with the armor piercing for now. And we'll see if I can get into the capture circle and then unload at the enemy Yahagi. We've pretty much just taken a single hit in this battle, but it's taken a third of our hit points off because I was insta-citadel through the front by a battleship. So being shot at definitely not something that you can sustain in these cruisers at all. So I'm starting the fighter plane here because I don't know if it doubles up as a scout plane. Maybe it can relay positional information, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So we'll just get around the corner and spot the enemy Yahagi. Now we are spotted, which means that he has to be somewhere there. Now that thing's got torpedoes, but he's at 9.6 kilometers. Okay, I'm not going to get torpedoed at that range, right? I mean, this is a tier 4 cruiser. Nothing's going to have 9-kilometer torpedo range on a tier 4 cruiser. But again, he's giving full broadside. I mean, he is firing high explosive at me, but this is what I mean. A lot of players don't seem to be knowing that this is really a bad thing to do, even against a cruiser. So choice of ammunition and positioning or armor angling is definitely something that's lacking in terms of knowledge there. And yeah, three citadels and a kill is what he gets for his troubles. That leaves the South Carolina. So now I'm capturing B, and up until this moment I was rather pleased with myself. But now I'm about to find out something else that I didn't know about the game. And any second now it'll happen while I'm kind of trying to sail around looking. Yep, there they are. It turns out the Yahagi, in fact, does have an over 9 kilometer torpedo range, and also being hit by a Yahagi torpedo is not something you can survive. So, well, we live and learn, or in this case, sink and learn. But light cruiser is difficult. I think a lot of players, at least from my observation so far, seem to be unaware of armor angling mechanics and the impact that has. I'm not sure if I can effectively angle against light cruiser armor piercing. No idea, because again, I don't know the values of this. I might try to look up the rules on Warships PC and see if that's somewhat similar. But light cruisers are difficult. Can't angle against things easily. You need to be very careful with positioning, and even at lower tiers. Now this is tier 4, but the game I think only has 8 tiers. So this would effectively be a tier 5 game in Blitz, and light cruiser can be a little tricky. So we'll see. I'm probably going to keep going with the German battleships for now. And I might also try Japanese destroyers just to see, because given how devastating torpedoes are in this game, to see what kind of nonsense I can get myself into. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks everybody, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.